Since you're a PNP chief and we have a lot of police officers here, pag nag-a-apply ako para sa LTAP o permit to carry, required po ako mag-drug test. Di po ba? Yung drug test po na nire-require ninyo, yung po ba ay para sa lahat din ng uri ng droga? O hindi po? Sino po pwedeng sumagot?
Thank you, Your Honor, and good morning to our honorable senators. Yung requirement for drug test, these are one of the requirements for people applying for driver's license, permit to carry firearms, yung ating license to own and possess firearms. Meron din pong required random testing for secondary and collegiate level student. Random testing.
Ang tinatanong ko po yung nag-a-apply para sa permit to carry firearms?
Yes, kailangan po yun. Kailangan po na
lahat po ba ng droga tinetest?
Shabu and marijuana po ang tinetest.
Pag nagko-cocaine ako, apply ako ng lisensya, pwede?
Maring makalusot po kasi po yun po yung yun po yung
to emphasize to the chairman's point, so for license to carry firearm outside of residence, ang tinetest lang po ng PNP ay shabu at marijuana? Yan
po yung predominant.
Yes or no, sir? Meaning, apparently there are different tests. Yes or no, sir?
Recording in progress.
Number 2, drug test for driver's license. Ano lang po yung tinetest?
Ganun din po. Shabu and marijuana, for marijuana.
And marijuana. So yan po yung nire-require ng gobyerno sa mga pagkakataong nire-require ang drug test?
Kasi po iba-iba pong reagent na ginagamit dyan eh. At itong shabu and marijuana being the predominant drugs na ginagamit natin, yan po yung marami na tayong reagents.
Sir, saan po nakasulat yan? Na shabu and marijuana lang ang test natin?
Wala naman po, pero yan po yung practice na ginagamit natin.
No, on the part of PDEA and especially on the part of the Dangerous Drugs Board, you are the especially the DDB, which is policy making. I think this fell into the cracks. Sino nagde-determine yung bumibili ng testing kits? Where is the policy coming from? Bakit sino nag-decide at nagsabing marijuana lamang at shabu?
Meron pong dalawang test na ginagawa eh, yung screening and yung confirmatory. Pag nag-positive po yung sa first screening, ito po yung isa subject for confirmatory at sir, dito po malalaman.
Sir, I agree, sir, but my question is, where is it written na pag drug test required by government, whether for driver's license or for permit to carry firearm outside of residence, you only test for these two prohibited drugs? Saan po nakasulat yon? Sino nagbaba ng polisiyang yon? Sino nagdesisyon po nun? O nagkataon lang? Nakasanayan lang?
Wala pong ganung policy. Yan lang po yung ginagawa. Siguro po dahil sa additional expenses kung gagamit pa ng reagent. Pero yun nga po, doon sa secondary testing po, doon sa confirmatory testing, dito po malalaman kung anong drugs yung na-detect doon sa initial screening.
Perhaps there is another gap the good chairman of the committee can look into, Mr. Chairman. Why is it that it's only the tests for shabu and marijuana is being used? Because clearly shabu and marijuana would be called the poor man's addictive drug, while cocaine would be the richer man's addictive drug. So, kahit pala sa testing, pinapaboran yung mayaman kumpara sa mahirap. Di ba dapat kung nagtitest tayo, gaya ng sinabi ni Senator Bato, lahat na. But the point I'm driving at, Mr. Chairman, is kung ang gobyerno namimili ng kung anong droga ang itetest, lalo naman siguro kung yung individual na magpapatest, kung anong babayaran niya. And I remember that time, I think this test was done in November, and issues were being raised with then candidate Bongbong Marcos that these issues were raised against him. That allegedly he was a cocaine user, and that's why at that time they conducted these tests to answer in light of the political perhaps weather at that time, the issues being raised against him. Although there is no legal requirement for a candidate to do a drug test, that was attempted at some point in time in our history to require a drug test, but the Supreme Court unfortunately struck it down as an additional requirement for elective office, which is not allowed. under the Constitution. Unfortunately, sana nga ni-require yun, pero hindi. Sabi ng Korte Suprema, hindi pwede. Applying a higher standard, a less stricter standard insofar as running for public office is concerned. So I guess that answers the query of the chairman, and that reveals a loophole too insofar as the drug testing rules of the Philippine National Police, the PDEA, and the DDB is concerned. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Senator CHIZ. So I presume that as a result of this inquiry in aid of legislation, this committee will propose a measure requiring all candidates to undergo drug test before they will be I know it's bawal according to our constitution. So pag mag-propose tayo, automatically hindi yan makakalusot because that's unconstitutional. Just to set the record straight, because people are listening to us right now. Sabi ni Bato, kailangan daw ng ang committee niya is in aid of legislation. So we are waiting for legislation na pwede niya ma-come up after this hearing. So kung mag-propose tayo ng ganong legislation requiring candidates to undergo drug test, sigurado according to Senator CHIZ ESCUDERO, that's unconstitutional. So hindi talaga makalusot yan dito. So please, you are listening right now, yan po ang explanation.
But nothing prevents the chair and the committee from instructing the DDB from coming up with relevant policy as it is its job under the law.
Yes.
Insofar as the type of tests to be conducted whenever drug testing is required, as the case may be for the issuance of a driver's license or for the issuance of a permit to carry a firearm outside of residence or any other circumstance the executive branch may necessitate.
Thank you,
Pati yung random drug test, nag-random drug test tayo sa Senado. I'm also curious,
Recording in progress.
Test sa random drug test? Baka naman pili lang din. So again, I urge the DDB, come up with policy guidelines with respect to these things. Required and random drug test.
Alam mo yung
droga ite-test natin.
Alam mo yung random drug test, Mr. Chair, Senator CHIZ ESCUDERO, lalo na sa PNP, nung panahon na bata pa kami, ang random drug test, mahal yan kasi. Nung panahon, magastos talaga yan. Magpa-drug test ka ng maraming tao. Ang ginagawa ng mga commander namin, pinipili lang yun. Random ko no ha. Pero pinipili yung mga mukhang adik na pulis. Ikaw. Mag-drug test ka. Totoo ha, totoo ba? Just to, para hindi masayang ang resources ng gobyerno, talaga pinipili yung mga nabalitaan na gumagamit na droga na pulis. Ikaw, drug test ka. Random ito ha. Random, purposive sampling pala yun. Hindi pala random sampling. Purposive sampling. Ikaw kasi alam ko gumagamit ka. But going back to St. Luke's, in fairness to St. Luke's, it's very clear here sa drug test report na ginawa nila to Marcos Ferdinand Jr. Romualdez. Nakalagay dito ang pangalan. The result is drug metabolite is cocaine. So it's correct na cocaine talaga. So cocaine yung pinapatest niya.
Yes po.
Siya mismo ang volunteer na cocaine ang ipapatest. So result negative. Further questions? Bakit 2 minutes? Sabi niyo possible. Kayang-kaya 2 minutes.
Yes po.
Okay. So that's it. Thank you for your cooperation. Maraming salamat. Hindi ito imposible ha. Posibleng-posible talaga.
Yes po.
Thank you. Thank you for that.